I really remember a day when there was 200 crore turnover in Bombay Stock Exchange. Firecrackers were busted to celebrate kitna volume hua aaj. Today, every day we do 50 lakh crore volume. In 1994, National Stock Exchange got started, and suddenly that monopoly of that broker got broken. So 100-200 crore volume in within first 6 months became 10,000 crore volume.
During your early days, what were your top priorities in life?
When I had no money, even those days I used to not work on Saturday, Sunday. But Monday to Friday, I used to work like dog. And after spending 3 hours on streets of Dalal Street, you get a little bit this thing. How Bhagwan hai, market Bhagwan hai. Tum kuch nahi. In those days, there was a lot of bhaigiri in Mumbai, and dealing with them at a young age. Life teaches you so much. You can do anything and everything. I have attended so many parties of Vijay Mallya, and I have seen good life which he used to display.
If a young person, the young India wants to invest in a market, what top 3 advice would you give to these people?
There are some reports which say by 2050, India will become a $40 trillion economy, which अगर आप invested हो गए तो ही होगा ना.
There was certain lesson that struggle taught you, sir.
You know, it sounds sexy if one says कि यार मैंने इतना दुख देखा है, but in fact you are blessed to go through all those things because that is made what you are.
आपके समय में what was the desperation that made you this successful?
And as I always say, you become rich in your head much earlier than you become rich in your bank account.
Any stock recommendations for the viewers?
बस बनिए की दुकान है ना.
Greetings everyone. In this episode of Exploring Minds, we have with us today the hidden gem of Indian stock markets, Mr. Mukul Agrawal. Sir has over 3 decades of experience in capital markets. He has invested in more than 200 listed and non-listed companies. Sir is a chairman and founder of Param Capital with a portfolio of around 3,000 crores. He is also a founder and trustee at Plaksha. A pleasure having you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Sir, शुरुआत से शुरू करते हैं. You were born in Bombay, right? How was life back then, and how has Bombay evolved? How has Bombay treated you?
So, Bombay is a beautiful city. Once a Mumbaiker cannot be anything else. I have such fond memories of this city and very, very grateful to this city. I am born and brought up in Mumbai, and whatever I know today, whatever I have learned is thanks to Mumbai. And I have very fond memories of my childhood, spending almost the entire day in our building compound. We had a large complex in suburbs of Mumbai called Sundar Nagar. We used to, throughout my schooling days and my college days, throughout outside the house, playing cricket, badminton, goti, climbing on trees and plucking fruit, jamun tree, mango tree. My school was in the complex, my college was in the complex, and I have so many friends and very, very good childhood memories. And we used to organize, Mumbai is used to be known for best Garba and Dandiya Ras in the entire country, though Gujarat, it's a Gujarati festival. But since a lot of Gujarati community in Mumbai, so I have such fond memories of organizing Dandiya Ras, Garba Ras, and we used to spend like late hours, like we used to, it used to start at 10 o'clock in the night and it used to go on till 3:30, 4 in the morning. And today the rules are such that you have to shut it down at 10 p.m. So those were the days in Mumbai, and trust me, it was so safe and so secure. There were more females in the Garba and Dandiya than men. And everybody used to participate as if they are one family, and they used to enjoy it like anything. And I have never heard of any bad incident. This I am talking about 80s till 1993, till the bomb blast happened in Mumbai and the city changed forever.
So people used to crash a lot of weddings and events. Did you try it at your time?
What kind of?
Gate crashing events. Did you?
So, I have my entire life I have done this. So I am a big Bollywood buff. Like all of us are, and Hindi film industry have always been, it's called Bollywood because it's Bombay and Bollywood. So I have seen so many shootings. There used to be studio very near to our house. Then just behind our house, like 15-20 minutes drive, the beautiful Marve Beach, Mud Islands and all. Lot of shootings used to take place. And as a growing boy or a Mumbaiker, I used to, really follow the Hindi films like anything. Used to go to the filmy parties very regularly. As I said, Mumbai is a great city, very welcoming. And before bomb blast, there was no security, nothing. Any filmy party, we used to just walk and like big stars we used to see, and there was no security, no nakras like how it is today. And I have attended multiple Filmfare Award nights, various other. There used to be earlier a film launch party. Then there used to be film success party. In between there used to be other. Nowadays everything happens on the digital media and social media. There is no physical party. I have attended so many parties of Vijay Mallya, and I have seen the opulence and the good life which he used to display. I am a very big fan of Yash Chopra. And I have grown seeing his films larger than life, and and those have had big impact on my life, because always aspired to become a successful and rich person, because you have seen so much in your life. We used to go to any 5-star hotel of Mumbai. Even if we had 50 bucks in our pocket, we used to sit in the 5-star hotel, just order a tea or a coffee, which used to be 20, 30 or 40 rupees at that point of time, and there were no taxes at that time. We used to sit for hours and hours, and all the film stars used to come in Mumbai's 5-star hotel and all. So all this have had a huge impact on my life. And as I always say, ki, poverty and richness is in your head. So if you are mentally rich, then you will be rich in your bank account also. I'll put it the other way. You become rich in your head much earlier than you become rich in your bank account. So anybody who wants to be successful needs to have a lot of confidence, a lot of aspiration for good life, and that you can only aspire by watching, seeing and learning. Look at example of Plaksha. In 2016, there was no land, nothing. Only some people came together and aspired to build a 2,000 crore project. Boss, that is richness in your head. No, none of us were even remotely this thing whether 2,000 crore will be raised or not. Today, this is a 50-acre complex. We've been able to acquire land. We have been able to raise 900 crore rupees. It is a huge sum, and we are very confident we'll raise another 1,000 crore in next 5 years, and we will reach that 2,000 crore, and we will make it the best university which India has, and it will go on for decades and centuries. So this is what I mean to say. You have to be rich in your head much before you are actually rich.
Got it. आपने जो यूनिवर्सिटी की बात करी, आपके यूनिवर्सिटी के समय में how was your university experience? How was your college experience? What did you learn during your college?
Yeah, so I am a commerce graduate from Mumbai University. As I said, my college was like an extended arm of our residential complex. It was hardly 200 meters away from my house. And same roads, common this thing. Mumbai has everything but land. Mumbai land parcel is like Mumbai is like 133,000 acre city, out of which 1/3 is water, and other 25-30% is mountain, and we have a beautiful national park which is 15,000 acre in heart of the city.
Wow.
So you have hardly 40-50,000 acre land left in Mumbai. So why my college building was a standalone building on a 2,000 square yard plot. That's it. Today this is Plaksha is 50 acre.
Right.
So but as a commerce graduate and growing up, there was no compulsory attendance in our college. And to be very honest, commerce you don't study too much. But the learning of being in college and being a Mumbai Tapori and organizing multiple event and always being in leadership position in your college, school and the community which you are living, that helped me a lot. So organizing Dandiya Ras, as I said, multiple singing competition, other events, a big entertaining kind of fun and fair where a lot of gamblers we invited when I was, let's say 15, 16 years of age, and dealing with those kind of people, and they were like bhais of Mumbai in those days. There was a lot of bhaigiri in Mumbai, and dealing with them at a young age gives you, life teaches you so much and gives you so much confidence. You can do anything and everything when at such tender age you have done such things. So my college and my thing helped me doing that. They gave me a lot of opportunity to be in that leadership role, and we had a lot of time because, as I said, a commerce student doesn't have to study a lot, so he has a lot of time. It's up to you what you do in that time. So along with all this, either you call it taporigiri or you call it living life or enjoying life. One side is Bollywood, you are a big, other side you are a big sportsman, whole day you are playing, then you are organizing events and learning from that activity, then you are contesting elections in the college, you are making people fight. So all these things are, I think seriously, all these things are part of shaping up a person's entire career life, and it is as important as studies. So if you want to, that gave me confidence to do whatever I am doing till date in my life.
So then how did you come to stock market? What was the first interaction? Market के बारे में पता कैसे चला आपको? How did you got introduced?
So in those days there was a huge bull market in India led by Mr Harshad Mehta.
You met him?
I met him much later, not in those days. Those days, so he was like how Mr Modi is today. Harshad Mehta was that, and I was just 19-year-old boy at that time. So lot of we didn't have anything else to do. And the equity cult which he had spread all over the country, and I used to read a lot of newspapers because my father used to work in Times of India. And later on he had his advertising agency, so we used to get 6-7 newspapers in our house. I used to read that every newspaper since my school days. So when you read newspaper, you read about stocks also, and my father used to apply in the IPOs of the companies free pricing era. So all the IPOs of the company used to come at 10 rupees face value.
Got it.
And he used to get 100 shares, 50 shares allotment, and he used to send us to the banks or fill the form. So that gave little bit knowledge of stock market. And the prices, the stock market prices used to come in newspaper because there was no social media or no mobile phones or nothing. So next day after 24 hours, you could see the price of the stocks in newspaper. So I used to see that. And with this Harshad Mehta lure, as I say, I used to stay in a suburb called Malad. So Malad ki local. Malad ki local pakad ke, maybe after my graduation, I started going to stock market. Malad ki local is the suburban train network of Mumbai, which every day 70 lakh Mumbaikers use that train network. I was one among them. So hundreds and thousands of young boys in that age went to stock market, and I was one of them, and that's how I landed in stock market.
And how was that open outcry system? जो बड़ा सा हॉल होता है, एक रिंग होती है जिसमें बहुत सारे लोग चिल्ला रहे होते हैं.
Now there is electronic trading which happens on a platform. So in those days it was a very cozy club of brokers who used to manage trading in market. There were 400-500 brokers, and they were allowed to send their representative in a huge hall in stock exchange building, which was called trading ring. And only they were the privileged one who could trade. And there were lakhs and thousands of investors who were this thing. And it was a very private club. And those people used to trade in the trading room and market time was 12 to 2, only 2 hours. So people like us who had no contacts, no money and all, we used to be standing outside that trading ring and wait and see कोई पहचान वाला मिल गया तो उससे बात कर लिया. And there used to be a huge blackboard on the stock exchange outside the ring. A clerk used to come from inside and he used to write rates of stocks on that board, and we used to watch and see the rates. So and there used to be I clearly remember a day when there was 200 crore turnover in Bombay Stock Exchange. So firecrackers were busted to celebrate कि इतना volume हुआ आज. Today you just take a wild guess the kind of volume which Indian stock market sees. Every day we do 50 lakh crore volume option trading पकड़ के. Otherwise in cash market and other we do 60,000 crore volume. So from 100 to 200 crore we have come to 50 lakh crore as volume.
और ये अभी तो और आगे भी जाना है. और so you started in grey market wala area, you learned then, and how did you come to trading, and how was your transition from trading to investing? And for people who don't know, can you just give a difference between what is trading and what is investing?
So as I said, I started going to the market in 91. I graduated in April 91 and Harshad Mehta, this thing, I started going to markets but didn't have any contacts and didn't have any money. So what to do? So in those days, a public issue of a company, from the time they plan it get listed, there was a time gap between 4 months to 6 months. So during that time, people could trade. It was called premium market, grey market, and you didn't needed any money for it, and you didn't need big contacts for that. So that used to happen outside the ring and all, because it was called only unofficial grey market and this thing. And most of the trading used to happen in Jaipur, Rajkot, Surat, Ahmedabad, because people used to apply a new issue and they used to sell their shares. So I started trading in that. And as I said, between 12 to 2 was the trading hours. So, and there were no mobile phones, nothing. So I used to stand outside Bombay Stock Exchange. There was a PCO booth. There was a restaurant called Ashok Lunch Shop. Outside his restaurant, he had kept a PCO booth. So that was kind of my office, and we used to stand there to call people to trade in grey market. Otherwise, there was no place to sit and all. So 2.5 years of my life, I did this and earned little bit capital. And with that capital, bought a 90 square feet office near Akbar Ali's in Fort in Mumbai. And that's where we started this thing.
And how was your trading during days of Harshad Mehta and then the .com crash and the Lehman Brothers 2008? How were the markets then, and कैसे आपने trade करके, when did you made all the money, and how the transition happened to investing?
So in 1994, National Stock Exchange got started. So that's when first time trading started happening on a computer screen.
Electronic platform.
So suddenly there was level playing field for all lakhs of investors in India. Real time you could monitor the prices of the stock, and you could sell or buy, and suddenly that monopoly of that brokers and that cozy club got broken. And the volume shot up exponentially. So 100-200 crore volume within first 6 months became 10,000 crore volume on electronic platform, and brokerages rate, which was 1.5-2%, dropped to 0.1%, 0.15%. So suddenly the volume shot up, and people like me who were very hungry and very desperate to trade like other people were, those privileged ones were able to do. So I took to this like how water is to fish, and I started understanding the ticker movement. And after spending 3 hours on streets of Dalal Street, you get a little bit this thing. कि कड़की में सबसे ज़्यादा सीखता है आदमी. So understood which are the frauds in market and which companies wish to trade, and trading में you always go with the trend. So got to understand जब भाव बढ़ता है तो you keep buying and you this thing, और घटता है तो you sell. भाव भगवान है, market भगवान है, तुम कुछ नहीं हो. So started trading and started making money, a lot of money when this electronic trading started, and that's how I will remain grateful forever to our Prime Minister of that time, Narasimha Rao and Manmohan Singh. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister. He introduced this National Stock Exchange to break the monopoly of Bombay Stock Exchange brokers. And he's done how. Today we are the best exchange in the world. We do more than 50 lakh crore volume. And you asked me how I turned investor and this. So the journey is when this electronic trading started, and 1991 BSE Sensex was 4,500. It hit. Till 1999, the BSE Sensex didn't cross 4,500. So for 8 years we were in bear market. But due to electronic trading, volumes used to happen so much, and in bear market one never thinks about investing and all. And I had no somebody to learn from, or a godfather or something like this. I used to just read newspaper. I never read investment books or something like that. So, and was very happy, was making money in age of 24, 25, 26. You are Raja yaar, when your other friends are doing job for 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 rupees salary, and you are making 5-10 lakh rupees a month. So you feel as if you are king. So chalte raha, samay chalte raha. But in 1999, in this IT boom and all, 98, 99, 2000, Y2K, .com. The .com came after 2001, 2001. 98, 99, there was huge this Y2K movement, and the big IT companies of US, India was providing software to them, like a back office to them. So the stock prices went really berserk, like 10 rupee, 20 rupee, 40 rupee stock became 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Like something which had never been seen or heard, and volumes was crores and hundreds of thousands of crore. That is where I also as a trader made a lot of money. So I bought my NSE membership, BSE membership, big office, this, that. That's how it went. Then again the market crashed in .com 2001. 2 years again there was a bear phase. But 2003 to 2008, there was real bull market in India. NDA government had come, they did privatization, banks were recapitalized, and everything happened. So I realized what an idiot I am. I trade for 5%, 10%, 25% maximum. The real money is in investing. The prices have gone up 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x. What am I doing? So I thought I need to put money in markets. Earlier I used to just keep buying real estate out of the profits of stock market, and like an idiot I used to hold that. So from 2008-9 onwards, I started taking investing, and I should give credit to the electronic media also. CNBC and channels like that, they started in 2000, year 2000 or 2001 or 99, 98, something like that. Watching them, they used to get experts. Then in India, slowly long-term investing talks about that started. People used to come, air their view and all. So that opened up my mind, I should such an active trader in market, I don't invest. So I should give credit to all those people also, and that is how, to be very honest, I have never done any interview. I try to remain like but my daughter pushed me कि somebody will gain hearing you should share your knowledge with everybody. And so I decided to do this interview also. And also somewhere nowadays, there's a biggest university in world called WhatsApp University. A lot of gyan comes and it helps. I am saying in a good way. somewhere I read a very good message where a gentleman was, I'm forgetting the name, he says ki if you want to die, die empty. So the message he was trying to give is कि the richest land in the world is a cemetery where millions of people are buried. And why it is the richest? Because they get buried with all their ideas in their head. They never share their ideas or implemented their idea with the world. So you empty whatever knowledge you have and give it to the world before you want to die. So I think somewhere all these things inspire one to do
Definitely,
this.
sir.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for doing this. We really appreciate the knowledge that you have. Can you tell us about your investment thesis? How do you look for companies? आप कैसे scrape करते हो? क्या-क्या what factors do you consider while investing in a company?
So, as I said, I started investing since last now 14-15 years, 2008-9. So, when you have learned in a hard way, now you use your experience and now it's almost 20 or 30 years. My real investing ideas are always generated as of date by the price movement of that stock. I really get very curious when the stock price starts going up. Why is it going up? What is behind it? What is not? Then I go deeper and deeper into it. But with the stock price, I usually start buying the stock. And I always say I first invest and then I investigate. And I'm learning. I'm still today I'm learning a lot, and I think with every year I am getting bit better, but there is a lot more to learn. Nowadays you get so much real-time information. Everybody has similar information. So what will be the differentiated factor? I think the risk-taking ability, the courage, and decision making. This you have to take decisions, you have to take risk. Not taking risk is the biggest risk.
True.
Not taking decisions is the most foolish decision. So you take decision, and if you after a while when you investigate you feel कि ये इतना अच्छा है नहीं जितना सोचा था, then exit the position. But if you feel that you have really got into something good, then you have to really make it a big position, and the ability to hold it and to digest that is the most important thing. So, a lot of people have the skill to identify a stock, but very few people have stomach to digest the profit or success.
Got it.
So the toughest thing is to hold on to your position, because no company has ever just become 100 crore market cap to 1 lakh crore market cap in a linear fashion. It will always go like this, like this, like this, like this. So when it comes like this, you need to have that conviction, you need to have that courage and that stomach to keep it holding, because that is where your real conviction test is there.
So जब आप कंपनी में फैक्टर्स देखते हो बहुत सारे, डू यू सी ओनली डेटा, और आपके पास एक हंच भी होता है यार नहीं दिल कुछ कह रहा है मेरा, या ओनली यू गो विद ओनली डेटा? व्हाट्स दैट?
नहीं, डेफिनेटली मोस्ट ऑफ इट इज कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ. डेटा तो फॉलोज योर इंट्यूशन और फॉलोज योर थॉट्स. So first of all, now I see a business which can grow for decades and years, probably forever. So and also who is leading that company, who is behind, who are the promoters of the company, their capability, their integrity, governance issues. There are a lot of factors in it. So it's very difficult to articulate or put the thoughts in words, but all these factors, combination of these factors make one decide. And also boss, to be very honest, when one invest in a company, the market trend, the other factors also plays a big role in it.
Got it. And how do you diversify your investments? And does diversification help you manage the risk?
See, I am a hardcore equity person.
Huh.
Till date, I have zero FD.
Hmm.
I don't have any insurance policy, neither I believe in that. Because I have equity investment, they give me dividend, that is my insurance. The businesses are growing. I never keep any stock which is in loss.
You cut off.
I square up my position. So if you are sitting on profits and you don't have to, I don't borrow to invest. I trade over there. In future my position is, that is kind of my leverage position, but I don't invest with borrowed money, so I don't have to pay anybody. So why to, what will diversification is for people who are in various other business. If my business is equity and the basic ingredient to be a equity investor or equity trader is your risk taking ability. Boss, what is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a person who has a risk taking ability, who has a and if you are risk averse, you cannot come in equity market.
Got it.
So you have to be that, but at the same time, taking risk doesn't mean you jump off from a 5-floor building. That is foolishness. Risk is, you should know, boss, remaining solvent or that is the biggest thing. Survival is the biggest thing in market. If you don't have to pay to anybody and all your trades are in profit, then why you want to diversify? And look at data. You spoke about data. For last 50 years, 20 years, you'll see equity as asset class gives you the highest return.
Right.
And if you cannot better the market average, then you should not be in equity market.
Got it. So you spoke about risk. What were the biggest risk or bets that you took in your life, which paid off very well?
So there is no one risk. As I said, I am always with the trend. And investing and finding idea is like, finding waves in a large ocean and keep riding that wave, but you should be able to judge or know how much this wave will carry you forward. The wave, whether it takes you to the shore or it dies down in between. So that's how it is here.
Were there any bets which you took which you thought would be very good but they didn't turn up to be nice?
That keeps happening and will keep happening. Then you have to exit your position. But after a while, if you see it's not working as you thought, or there are various other issues, or the company is not growing, or the management capability is at doubt, or the business itself is a risk of getting disrupted, or there are governance issue or something like that, then you exit your position.
Got it. So if a young person, the young India wants to invest in a market, what top 3 advice would you give to these people? These are very new people, they don't know about equity investing much. So what advice do you give? What's the success? What's the reason of success in this field?
The first advice I would give is if you are not invested in equity or capital market, first thing is you have to be invested forever. See, today, as per data, our India's saving is around, say, between 20-25% of our GDP, which is like our GDP is like 3.6 trillion. So, which is roughly like $700 billion. $700 billion is the saving, and out of that 49% to 50% goes in property, 15% goes in gold, 15% goes in deposits, and 4.9% is in equity. So, which is like approximately $35 billion comes in equity. So, and equity is the best performing asset of last 40-50 years. And we are going to a journey from a developing nation to a developed nation. So, And boss, projections are we will reach $5 trillion economy next 3 to 4 years. 4 trillion by say FY20, which is next year, and then 10 trillion by 2032, some says 2035 and all. And we are 75 years of independence, so we are a nation which is as old as 75 years. First $1 trillion economy we achieved in something like 63rd year of independence, or between 60 and 65 years of independence. Second $1 trillion we achieved in some next 5 to 6 years. Third $1 trillion we achieved in 3 to 4 years. Now 4 trillion we are achieving in 2 to 3 years. So the kind of wealth which have been made in 75 years, 4 trillion, वो next 7 to 8 years में 4 trillion, 10 trillion होएगा. The kind of wealth which the country is going to see, how will you benefit from that wealth? You cannot. It has to be through capital markets. Such new fantastic opportunities are coming. I'll just give you some example. Look at what Jio has done. Vodafone was world's top telecom company.
Right.
Jio का entry से today Vodafone is struggling to survive.
Right.
So Jio had basically driven away the top telecom operator of the world.
Right.
Right. India imports palm oil from Malaysia. Today Patanjali, Babaji, who is not highly educated, but his business acumen, sharpness, he is planting 15 lakh acre of palm in various parts of the country, so that we become fully self-sufficient for palm oil and all. Okay? Now come to this FMCG products like soap, Thumbs Up, Pepsi Cola, Coca Cola and all. Today Campa Cola is launched. Reliance कर रहा है. All your FMCG products will get disrupted. Again Reliance is launching them at 30%, 40% discount, whatever. The kind of royalties which all these foreign companies take away from India, it runs in billions of dollars. They as a goodwill or as XYZ. Today Indian entrepreneurs are replacing those products in India. So this is a kind of opportunity which young students like who are in Plaksha and this wealth is going to get created in next 7 to 8 years. So either you become an entrepreneur and you become successful, or you whatever money you are generating extra, you invest in capital market in good businesses where you feel that businesses will grow and you will also benefit by sharing profit of them. Investing in equity is like you are partnering with the company or a thing. Say you have invested in Jio, so you have become a partner in Jio. Or you have invested in DMart. What fantastic business retail franchise DMart have created. Each and boss बनिए की दुकान है ना. All over India there are some 4 million baniya shops or kirana shops or more than that. This is organized modern trade which is big in nature. It gives you better this and that. So boss, you invest in DMart, it will keep growing 18%, 15%, 20% for next 20, 30 years. So you also benefit out of it. That is what how will you participate in the wealth creation journey of India? There are some reports which say by 2050, we will become some, CLSA report has come. By 2050, India will become a $40 trillion economy, which is like 2 times the size of America. 2050 क्या है boss? A young boy like you in 20s, so like 27 years from now, you will be like my age. $40 trillion economy, today is 4 trillion, 10x. अगर आप इन्वेस्टेड हो गए तो ही होगा ना.
Got it.
नहीं तो आपको कैसे आप बेनिफिट करोगे उससे.
And this is the long story, sir. But the current stock market situations where they say कि the valuation is too high and the market is like this. How do you see that? How do you navigate through market like these?
See, at the cost of not sounding arrogant, I usually ignore all these voices. economists keep saying they will always, give some risk factor, and there is always risk. I said equity is all about taking risk.
Got it.
Entrepreneur is ability of a person to take risk.
Right.
So risk are there, but see, 1991 or 1989 the Gulf War was there. Iran-Iraq Gulf War, oil prices went up. 91 Harshad Mehta scam happened. Then उसके बाद में Asian currency crisis happened. Then India was a coalition government. Jayalalitha pulled the rug from Vajpayee. This thing. Then nuclear testing. India was banned by US. Then dot-com boom, dot-com bust happened. Then after 2003 Lehman crisis happened. There will be multiple problems and all, but boss, that has not stopped from HDFC Bank or a Infosys or a Cipla or a Wipro to grow. You see the data. 10,000 rupees invested in Wipro in 1979. Can you imagine what it is worth today?
Some 3-4 crores.
It is worth 600 crore rupees.
Wow.
Just Google it. There are multiple examples like that. Cipla, look at 1 lakh rupees invested in Infosys. What is it worth today? Because all this happened despite all these problems over the years. So one has to have that conviction and stay invested. Then only you can, these things. So I will to advise youngsters ignore all these noises. Experts, economists and all, they are doing their job. They are all learned people. Listen to everybody, but form your own conviction, own risk-taking ability and methods of balancing your risk and stay invested.
Got it. वो जैसे आपने बताया कि अगर मैंने 10,000 रुपए डाले होते इन्फोसिस में और आज वो 600 करोड़ रुपए हो जाते, how do I find that script now?
हाँ, exactly. वो तो even I am looking for that ना. But see, that is what you are there for ना. So you have to, if you feel कि a business is going to be relevant or there is a need for a business for 100 years from now, and then you find the best entrepreneur running that business. And then you just partner with them by buying shares of his company and sit tight. उसकी भी लाइफ में बॉस, I don't know 2 साल के बाद what will be my balance sheet. I don't know what am I going to do, what will happen. How can I predict somebody else's balance sheet, yaar? When you can't predict, do you know honestly 10 years from now what will you do and where you will be?
No.
You only know कि I will do well, I will work hard, I will be very honest to myself and work hard. वो जब everybody is doing, so you have to be patient and bet that that is called conviction and that is what is.
Got it. So during your early days, what were your top priorities in life and how those top priorities have changed over time, and now where does money come, on what rank money comes now and before?
See, if you want a honest answer, there was ऐसा कोई priority था नहीं boss. As I said, कि I always lived in present moment, always kept on enjoying my life. When I had no money or I just starting, even those days I used to not work on Saturday, Sunday. I used to just play cricket, do lafaragiri and enjoy my life. Till date I am doing that. ठीक है? And but Monday to Friday I used to work like dog. Like I really enjoy what I am doing.
Got it.
So if you are enjoying what you are doing, then results also come and there are no priorities like it. And God was kind and one is successful. तो जो भी human needs है, family needs है, वो पूरी होती जा रही है अभी भी.
Got it.
And with age, all new gyan come to yourself also. You also keep rediscovering yourself. Now we do it more for the passion and fun of identifying a good story or a business and backing that. Earlier we used to started life with 200 shares buying, then started buying 20,000, then 2 lakh, now we buy 2 crore shares, and now we want to have 10%, 20%, 50% stakes in companies. It's only, that. And also one feels to do something good for the overall the society, the country, because I am very staunch believer whatever one is, it is thanks to your country. If the country doesn't give you opportunity and country doesn't grow or prosper, nobody can. इमेजिन बॉस, अगर आप अफगानिस्तान में होते और आप कितने भी शुरू क्या कर लेते थे आप?
कुछ नहीं. हाँ.
बॉस, आज मैं बॉम्बे सिटी ने मुझको जो सिखाया, मैं नहीं होता, मैं कोई उड़ीसा के गांव में या झारखंड के किधर होता, तो I would have struggled to do, or I would have taken more effort or more time to do what I have been doing. So one has to always see कि your ecosystem is also good and surroundings near you also prosper and grow, and also thoughts are more towards that also, and that's how one got associated with Plaksha. I'm also now trying to do a medical college, again not for profit and this thing. So
got it.
These are the things.
Do you think money can buy happiness?
See, happiness is something which philosophical and ज्ञान वाली बातें हो गई, but happiness a person can get happiness by having a nice cup of tea also. It's on your nature. चाय पी के छोटी छोटी चीजों में मजा है जिंदगी के, हैप्पीनेस है. अरे यार मजा आ गया चाय पी के, क्या चाय बनी थी आज यार, मौसम भी अच्छा, मजा आ गया. सम पीपल कांट हैव हैप्पीनेस, उसको सब कुछ इजीली मिल जाता है तो भी वो बोलते रहता है मेरे कोई ये नहीं हुआ, मेरे रूल्स ये है, मेरा फंडा वो है, ये है. सो हैप्पीनेस इज ऑल अप टू दिस थिंग, बट आई कैन से simple living and honest to yourself and honest to people. Whatever मन में है, दिल में है, वो बोल दो और कर दो. All those things give more happiness. Money is very important for happiness also, because at the same time there is no end. Sometimes more money gives you trouble than happiness.
Got it. So there were certain lessons that struggle taught you, sir. How do you ensure that you are able to pass on those lessons to your kids without, and because your kids won't face that struggle which you faced. So how do you impart those lessons which struggles taught you to your kids?
The biggest lesson is let them also struggle. So it's very fashionable, or I might say कि sounds sexy if one says कि यार मैंने इतना दुख देखा, इतना problem देखा, मैं ये था. But in fact you are blessed to go through all those things, because that is made what you are.
Right.
As it is said, boss, necessity is mother of all inventions.
Right.
अगर if you really or die for something, or really are desperate for something, or you want it, जैसे शाहरुख खान की पिक्चर में ना किसी चीज को इतनी शिद्दत से पाने की कोशिश करो कि कायनात वो दे देती है आपको. तो unless that hunger and this thing is ignited in one, I think most important thing is one has to be hungry for everything. At the same time one has to be foolish to achieve something in life. Boss, I'll tell you a small anecdote I'll give you. You give a work to a peon or a clerk. So you give him an envelope and say deliver it to somebody. समझो it's a bit 10 kilometer away. He will go at 2 o'clock and he will just keep watching his time. और जाके पार्क में बैठ जाएगा, चाय पिएगा, टाइम पास करेगा. ही विल सी कि मैं वापस आते आते 6 बज जाए, मेरा ऑफिस खत्म हो जाए, मैं चला जाऊँ.
राइट.
यू गिव इट टू समवन एल्स हु इज foolish and hungry to succeed in life. He will reach there as quickly as possible, and on the way he will do 2-3 more work, and while coming back also he will try to do something more. In the process he learns more, his productivity goes up, and that helps him grow. कोई क्या बोलेगा दूसरा कि ये पागल है, एक काम दिया था 10 करके आया, क्या जरूरत है उसको. वो पिन बोलेगा यार सी मैं तो क्या है, मेरा टाइम पास किया, 6 बज गया. So unless and until you are foolish, you will not be successful. you have to be foolish enough to keep working, and in the process you never know what gives you or what makes you more successful.
Got it. So what was your भूख, जो आपने बोला, जो एक desperation होना चाहिए, एक शिद्दत से किसी चीज को चाहने की इच्छा होनी चाहिए, आपके समय में what was that desperation, that made you this successful, and what were the reason, what were the factors कि यार ये factors थे मेरे success में?
It's very tough to point out a single thing, but यार जुनून था, and as I said कि would enjoy and love what I was doing, and करते गए और कोई overnight success मिला नहीं बॉस. In trading, however good you are, there is a limit to make money. It's मुझे figure out करने में 91 से 2009 लग गया, 16-17 साल की क्या खाली trading कर रहा है, you have to become an investor. So you can imagine, ट्रेडिंग में बड़ा शॉट लगता था, ऐसा नहीं है नहीं लगता था, बट कितना होगा बड़ा मीन्स बस इन इन्वेस्टिंग यू कैन 100 times or 1000 times you can make your money.
Got it.
In long term investing, and when you say long term, it's like 20 years, 25 years, because a company also to grow, it takes time na. It evolves and everything, so you have to be patient enough to ride that journey.
So during my research, we were looking for a lot of top famous investors, and unfortunately majority of the people were males. There were very less female traders, female investors. And when we look at the data भी ये बोलता है कि there is women participation in investing, लेकिन जब हम उसकी reality में जानते हैं तो we see कि ये जितने भी women's के account भी हैं, those are actually managed by their male counterparts, because that's a tax saving strategy. How do you think, where are we lacking, and how we can increase the women participation in investing and trading?
America, which is the most developed nation or the richest nation is in the world, till date, 400 years of independence, they have not got a female president yet. Which is just, it's every country or gets a, उसका एक वो होता है, that period is of 175 years. I think India's period have started 8-10 years back, and what you are saying will happen. So Cathy Wood is very popular in US. See, first of all, equity investing is the best thing which any Indian female can do. I am saying Indian female because a large or majority portion of our female population is housewife.
Right.
They do household work and all. And by the way, that is not counted in our GDP, but that's a very productive work which they do. If it is counted, our GDP from $2,000 can move to at least $2,700 to $3,000. So, being a housewife or this thing, investing is one thing which they can do from anywhere, anytime.
Right.
They can read, and WhatsApp University also they can read, or they can watch CNBC or some good market related channels or financial news and all. Slowly it will happen. And now like my kids, both the daughters have gone to the US to graduate. One has come back, other will come back. I will encourage them to take investing, learn, have their own struggle. As I said, ki nobody can teach investing, or for that matter anybody. They have to be themselves keen learner, and they have to ignite that fire in themselves to become successful. Just a small example, Amitabh Bachchan is such a great actor. Has his son become as successful as him? He must have tried his level best.
Right.
Abhishek Bachchan is very good. I am big fan of his. But Amitabh Bachchan एक ही हो सकता है ना. Like Tendulkar, he was a great batsman. His son is struggling to find his place in Indian team and all.
Right.
It's not that he is not good. The thing is कि I should not expect my children to, they can become better than me. They can become better than me in other field, or they can, in my field, they cannot be like me. So that time will tell, and they will have to figure out their way and what they are good at and what is their passion and what will help them.
Got it.
My job as a parent is give them good education, show them the path, and then it's up to them to find out what's their calling and what they are good at.
And what are the 3 topmost values that you teach to your kids? कि यार ये चीज सीखनी है, इस पे कभी भी कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना.
बच्चों को अच्छे संस्कार तो देने हैं बॉस. उसमें आई ऑलवेज से कि पुट योर कंट्री फर्स्ट एंड enjoy what you are doing, do it ethically, don't take shortcuts. और सबसे ज़्यादा है ना बॉस, इंडिया एज अ कम्युनिटी में अपने प्रॉब्लम है, अपने है ना हीरो बनने का शौक सबको बहुत है. सो आई थिंक आपका है ना काम आपको हीरो बनाएगा. सी आई गिव यू स्मॉल एग्जांपल्स. अ यंग क्रिकेटर कम्स, he becomes successful, he has millions of Insta followers, he's been advised कि boss you need to focus, give time on your social media account, this that, otherwise endorsement ये वो सब होगा. तो he takes expert advice, बड़ों की advice and start doing that. Boss, there are only 24 hours in a day. If you give 2 hours for something else, 2 hours for something else, then your core जो है वो उधर से आपको sacrifice करना है. Boss, if you keep playing good cricket and keep performing for your country, that social media account will grow like anything. But उधर आपका performance खराब हो गया तो वो account में कुछ नहीं होएगा, आप कितना भी time दो.
Got it.
So what I meant to say, you keep doing your work, put your head down, keep doing your work very sincerely, give your 100% to it, and keep becoming better and better in your own work rather than trying 100 other things which are associated to this thing. All those fringe benefit will come if you are good in your work. Boss, 10 years back, would you have interviewed me or somebody? Today I get so many calls from here and there, though I don't go, but because somewhere I have focused on my work and automatically it's making noise. वो हिंदी में कहावत है ना, मेहनत करो इतनी खामोशी से कि सफलता शोर मचाए. So I will advise my kids कि do what you are doing very sincerely and keep doing it in the right manner. If anything, if you are good, trust me, you will get recognized, you will get success, and you will get everything.
What's your vision for India, and what's the next big thing for you, sir?
Boss, Indians are Indians, we are fantastic people. We are most tolerant community in this world. Our dharma only teaches us कि सहन करो और भला करो. Our shastras, our mythology, everything has taught us कि जो जैसे बोलते हैं कि जो संत पुरुष होता है या कोई वो होता है, उससे आप कितना भी खराब बर्ताव करो वो आपको अच्छा ही करके जाएगा फिर भी आप.
बिल्कुल.
सो इंडिया में अच्छा ही होएगा चाहे कितना भी हो. इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली, वी आर मेड इन सच अ मैनर ना कि राम भरोसे है, राम है तो इधर है, एंड धीरे धीरे सब अच्छा ही होएगा. एंड वी आर प्रोग्रेसिंग ना. वी स्पोक अबाउट फ्रॉम वेयर टू वेयर वी हैव कम एज अ कंट्री इन 75 years. Why should we feel कि we will not reach in next 75 years to this thing? I gave you so many examples.
Right.
Boss, now our corporates are doing everything which the big global companies are doing. Growth and development will solve all our problems. Today, trust me, I am telling you, आज भी cities like Mumbai, Delhi, metro cities में, you will not find a person who goes to sleep hungry stomach. हमको अगर किसी को बोलते हैं ना, जैसे बोलते हैं अन्न दान दे शास्त्र में, कोई भूखा मिलता ही नहीं है बॉम्बे में. आज लोगों को भूख क्या चीज की है, उसको अच्छा एजुकेशन की भूख है, उसको अच्छे काम की भूख है, उसको दूसरी चीजों की भूख है, पेट की भूख नहीं है. So that is development, na?
Right.
And trust me, in next 25 years, there will be zero poverty. You will not find poor people. When I say poor people, again, those who don't have house, those who don't, यानी रोटी कपड़ा मकान,
की कमी
ये
होगी।
3 चीज की कमी नहीं होगी. अभी चौथा इसमें मोबाइल फोन भी आ गया है.
इंटरनेट, यस.
वो भी थैंक्स टू मुकेश भाई, इतना सस्ता इंटरनेट दे रहे हैं. बॉस, इट इज काइंड ऑफ एजुकेशन ना. यू सी आवर पीपल इन रूरल इंडिया हु डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. एक तो अपने कंट्री में कि ऐसा है कि इंग्लिश नहीं आई तो अनपढ़ है, ऐसा नहीं है बॉस.
बिल्कुल.
आज उनकी वर्नाक्युलर लैंग्वेज में उनको पूरा ज्ञान आता है. Everybody is reading. We have this mobile penetration. We have 85 crore mobile or something like that. Boss, everybody is reading everything, real time information, and this is my favorite thing. Ki the world has world population is 750 crore. Assuming that 70-80% people have mobile phone. So 500 to 600 crore real time reporters and journalists are there in the world. Anything you see, you just click and put it on social media or send it to somebody else. This is like reporting only, na. So the real time information मिल रहा है, सब हो रहा है. Poverty रह ही नहीं सकता है. 25 साल में पूरा poverty खत्म हो जाएगा. We have to figure out to excel and do well. What better we can do with these things?
Got it.
And technology will play a great role in this. Technology, see, NSC example मैंने दिया आपको. Volume shot up exponent. This was technology, na.
Right.
Sitting in anywhere, any part of the world, you can trade on the platform. So that is technology. So technology will help eliminate all the problems, and also technology will bring all the troubles. Like 24 hours, one is addicted to a gadget. I keep struggling with my young boy कि भाई इतना मोबाइल यूज मत कर. And with that, lot of I myself is addicted to mobile phone. You get anxiety, you get various other issues due to that. While sleeping, you are on gadget or something. All those things will come, but वही है ना, science boon or science this thing.
Before we go to the rapid fire round, sir, last question for today.
Rapid fire भी है.
हाँ, एक छोटा सा. So, if you were sent back to your 20s, आपके पास सारी नॉलेज है, और अगर आपको 20s अपनी 20 साल की उम्र में वापस भेज दिया जाए, तो आप क्या करोगे दोबारा, और कैसे चीजों को डिफरेंट करोगे, या क्या चीज को पकड़ोगे?
See, first of all, with knowledge, I won't like to go in my age of 20.
Okay.
Because वो एज का मजा ही वो है कि अभी यार 4 साल के बच्चे को अगर पूरा 100 साल 80 साल के बूढ़े का ज्ञान हो जाएगा तो बच्चा थोड़ी ना रहा वो. तो उसका बचपन ले लिया आपने. 20 साल में मुझे इतना ज्ञान और पैसा दे दिया तो मेरा यूथ ही चला गया ना. So I will like to become 20 again with that energy of 20 or this thing, bubbliness of 20-year-old, and like to enjoy my life.
Got it. So this is a rapid fire round. You'll ask one question and आपको एक जवाब देना है जल्दी से जल्दी. Your favorite food?
पाव भाजी, वड़ा पाव.
वड़ा पाव. Favorite holiday destination?
London.
London. Top favorite books which you will recommend to everyone?
Newspapers.
Which one?
All newspapers. Whatever you can read.
Favorite cricket match of all time? या फिर cricketer?
Favorite cricketer is Kapil Dev. And वापिस मैं बोलूँगा, वो बोलते हैं ना, he's become my friend now, and I was such diehard fan of him in my school days, college days. I designed my bowling action on him. I have his picture in my office till today. इतना बड़ा मैं फैन था कि मुझे खुद को मालूम नहीं 3 साल पहले कैसे मेरी उनसे मुलाकात हुई, and we have become such a good friend. तो कुछ चीज चाहो एकदम उससे तो वो अपने आप मिल जाती है.
Favorite listed company?
Wow. There are many, but that's a tough one actually. There are many. There are many. Like,
but maybe you have to tell one or two. Best favorite listed company कि यार ये है, धंधा तो ऐसे बनता है.
I will say my favorite Indian corporate or promoter individual is Mukesh Ambani, because I feel the courage he displays and the execution skill he has is unparalleled. Favorite listed company would be many.
And have you met Mukesh sir?
I have met him couple of times, but I can't claim I know him. I have met him in a Bhid crowd.
Got it.
And I got opportunity to talk to him couple of minutes.
And favorite unlisted company?
Unlisted company favorite. Unlisted company as in where I am invested or generally unlisted?
Generally, maybe because if it's unlisted and if you like it, you must have invested.
Freedom Institute.
Got it. And before we go, any stock recommendations for the viewers?
There are, I can say stock also, I don't want to shy away, but the thing is your audience will be like the brightest in the country, engineering students studying in Plaksha and all. So look at opportunities which are disruptive and which will be there for next 100-200 years. Look at what is happening in EVs, then the companies which will support the EVs, because EVs have just started.
Right.
China sells like 20 million EVs. India is selling like 2 lakh. So then in contract manufacturing, in chemicals, specialty chemicals, then agrochemicals, I think long way to go. Then medical equipments, medical devices, wherever there is import substitution, where India is importing, as I said, ki palm oil we are importing and this fellow is doing it in India. We are using all the top foreign brands. Why is there a single brand in India which commands what Louis Vuitton or a Burberry or a Gucci or a Prada has? Why can't there be Indian brands which will come? So when you see such brands, you have to invest in those. Then the theme is, go and invest in such and where you feel ki this is a theme which will last for 100 years and a best promoter or entrepreneur of the country is or the best driver you have got to run this company, invest with that person.
Got it. Thanks a lot for doing this, sir. Really grateful. We learned a lot and we hope to, see you more often.
Thank you for hosting me.
Thanks
and
a lot,
really
sir.
It was
Really
a pleasure.
grateful.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.